നമസ്കാരം. We are parents of Malavika 1B. Though this is about Kathaneram, start with what about reading. Thank you. Hi everyone. Before I open a single book or introduce a single author, I want to begin with something simpler and far deeper. We all keep saying, read more books, get inspired, get informed, get ahead. But stop for a moment. What is reading, really? Why do we read? And how does reading shape who we become? Reading is just not an activity. It's a relationship, a meeting between two souls. The soul of the book and the soul of the reader. Just imagine a visual like the book is a waterfall. The reader is a valley. When you open a book, the ideas begin to pour down from the mountain of another mind. And your inner valley begins to receive that water. But what if the valley is full of rocks, like a distraction, noise, hurry, judgment, fear, anxiety? Then the water can't stay. It just splashes and flows away. If it's a rock, the soil of your silence must be soft, open, ready. Only then can the water sink deep. Only then can a book truly enter you. It's about preparation. You prepare yourself to receive. You build an inner silence. Because reading is a process that happens in silence. And silence is the greatest teacher of all. You know that. Everything that happens in silence carries depth. The sunrise, the blooming flower, a painter at work, and the act of even, reading. When you read, you enter the most powerful conversation in the world. A conversation without noise. The author speaks through the page, and your soul listens through attention. And that attention, that is meditation. Actually, that attention is meditation. Reading is actually a meditation, but in motion. It sharpens your concentration. Simple. It teaches your mind to sit still, to breathe with the rhythm of thought. It awakens creativity, of course, because when you read deeply, You begin to imagine beyond the words. You see images behind sentences. You hear the tone behind punctuation. You begin to sense meaning beyond what is written. This is the beginning of depth. Reading refines your perception. It makes you gentle in understanding and fierce in clarity. When you read, you meet yourself. Yes, you talk to yourself. You learn to sit with your own thoughts without fear, without hurry. That's why readers grow wise, not just informed. There are some kind of reading, okay, at least for the time being, two kinds of reading. The first brings reflection at the initial stage, and the second one brings illumination. At first, reading only makes you think, just think. Later, it begins to make you see, feel. Same way, in the beginning, you hold the book. Later on, the book begins to hold you. That's when reading turns from a habit into a relationship. That's what I said earlier. You begin to love the letters, the words, the rhythm, the silence between paragraphs. And soon, the books begins to love you back. The right ones will find you. I mean the book. The right books will find you. They will call you from the shelf. They will know you through life. They will become your companions, even soulmates. See, even ancient wisdom says 5,000 years ago, 6,000, 7,000 years ago, Tat Arthabhavanam. You should absorb the meaning of it once you say something, once you read something. Understand, absorb, feel, realize the meaning of it. Tat Arthabhavanam. Read not only the words, but the soul behind the words. Because words are not the truth. They are only the signs pointing to the truth. If you stop at the word itself, you stop at the surface. If you read the meaning behind it, you touch the depth. So reading is not about finishing a chapter. It's about entering a truth, entering into a truth. Yeah. Why does reading matter today? Because it's the only act that expands both your world and your inner world. Yeah. Every book you read adds a new corridor in your mind. It stretches your imagination, your empathy, your patience, your discipline. I mean the inner discipline. It helps you think, feel, most importantly, listen. Reading builds listeners, and the listeners are the leaders. Reading doesn't just fulfill your memory, not even fill your memory. It awakens your creativity. Yeah. It widens your thought world. It makes your I mean, your inner mind tuned, subtle, and sensitive. Because what you read in silence builds the foundation of what you speak in action. Yeah. Every great leader, every great creator, a very original thinker actually was first a reader in silence. They read the book, then they start reading themselves. And through them, they start knowing everything around. Once you don't know you, then there is no meaning in knowing everything around you. Okay, so before we discuss which books to read, let us remember what reading truly is. It's not a task, it's a prayer. It's not a routine, it's a relationship. It's not a duty, it's a doorway to your own self, your own inner self. Because once you learn how to read, not just the page, but the meaning behind it, you start reading everything differently. People's, events, life itself. That's when reading turns into wisdom. That's when words become light. The words become light only once you know the soul of the words. And once you know the soul of the words, once you absorb the soul of the words, which are light, you start illuminating. That's it. Thank you.